Hello YouTubers, Rogue Monkey Jr. here. Welcome to another episode of Bare Bones Sunday. By request, today's video will be on the RPK, used to be called the RPK-74M. This is a light machine gun for the support class. It is a Russian-made LMG based off of the AK-47 platform, and it has a damage model superior to the other LMGs, for example the MG4 or the M249. It has a maximum damage of 30 and a minimum damage of 20. So it doesn't matter what situation you find yourself in or how far you're going to be from your target, it's going to take you a maximum of 5 shots to kill your enemy. It could be less if you score a headshot with those bullets, of course. It has a slower RPM than its the other LMG counterparts. It has an RPM of 600, which is pretty low. That's why I wouldn't suggest using this LMG in close quarter combat, just because somebody like, let's say with an MG4 or the M249 has an 800 round per minute rate of fire, he's just going to mow you down because he just shoots faster than you, unless of course you're really accurate and you hit him with 2-3 shots and one of those being a headshot, then you're going to have the advantage because of the higher damage model of the RPK. It also only has 41 shots in the mag, one being in the chamber of course, so that is very few bullets to deal with compared to also the MG4 or the M249, which have 200 shots. With the MG4 and M249 you can just spray and pray. With this gun you gotta really be accurate to conserve ammo and not have to reload, because the reload time is pretty long too. It takes you 3.15 seconds if you still have ammo left in the mag, and a massive 4.2 seconds if your magazine is completely empty. Something that's really good with this gun is its recoil. It has such little recoil. You shoot this thing like a laser beam. You can shoot people from across the map. They're going to be surprised that you kill them with this gun. It's so freaking accurate. It has a recoil up of 0.36, pull left of 0.3, and a pull right of 0.2. So it's going to slightly go to the left and up, but not that much. And it has a first shot multiplier of 1.25, which is not too bad. You can just attach some foregrip or something like that on the gun to tone it down a little bit. Moving on, the hip fire is not too bad on this gun, but you're really not going to be hip firing this gun much, especially if you play, like I said earlier, in longer range maps. I personally like to use this gun for rush, just because you can control your engagement distance better than in the team deathmatch, conquest, or domination style game modes. Using this gun stock, the iron sights are alright for closer range, but once you get into those further ranges, which this gun really excels at, you're going to have a hard time seeing your target because the housing is quite large, and if the target moves like a millimeter, then you're going to lose that target and you're not going to be able to shoot at him anymore. But I was doing okay with this gun stock, although like a red dot sight would have been a saving grace for this, just because you can be much more accurate with it. But that didn't stop me from getting kill streaks and doing good with this weapon. Here is a good example in this clip of how you can really lose your enemy fast. I was shooting down range on Pro Market, and I could absolutely not hit the enemy more than 2-3 times because he was moving, so I was just losing my target so fast. But moving on to the attachments that I run on this LMG. So for the optics, I just use a Coyote red dot sight because it's my favorite optic. You could go with a longer, a more magnified optic if you wanted to. You would do really good with it too, but I can just see really far with the Coyote, so I just use that just because I can see more of my screen. It doesn't block off as much as the other sights. For the accessory, I just slap on a green laser sight for when I'm close range. I turn it on and off a lot, but if you don't really want to turn off your laser sight all the time, or if you're not really used to it, you could slap on a magnifier just to get that 2x optic for when you're further from your enemy or anything like that. I don't put a barrel on here just because it has an impact on your bullet spread recovery. So, and seeing as you're going to be tap firing this weapon, you don't really want your bullet spread to increase. So I don't put anything on there. For the grip, I just put a folding grip on here. For the reduces the first shot recoil by 33%. You're not going to have that much first shot recoil, but you're going to be tap firing this weapon a lot because that's how it's going to be the most effective. So yeah, just slapping this on reduces the first shot recoil by 33%, or you could also put the angle grip, which is the same thing. It has the same functionality. And my favorite camo. And yeah, so this is how I run the RPK. Moving on to some rush gameplay on Zavad 311. The game mode where I find that this gun excels the most at. I'm playing with a couple of friends here, and as you can see, you can really kill people fast with this gun if you're accurate with it, seeing as it has a really high damage model. And being as it has only 41 shots in the mag, you have a low RPM, so you're going to be really able to control how many bullets you're putting down range and not waste too much ammo, because that reload time is going to take you quite a bit of time before you can get back into the fight. So you can pick off guys really easily from medium to long range, even closer ranges. And you see I'm hitting the reload when I know there's nobody around, because I know that I'm going to need that ammo eventually. It has pretty good bullet speed. You don't really need to lead your targets when you're not very far from them. And you can see I'm really trying to control my engagement distance as much as I can, peeking windows, peeking corners, and really trying to stay behind cover, not getting too close to my enemy, because if they have an assault rifle or a high RPM weapon, they're pretty much going to mess my shit up, pardon my French. And that's something that you don't really want to lose, especially when you're playing rush. You want the defense to stay tight, so if you die and nobody revives you, you're out for a couple of seconds before you can get back into the fight and try to fend off the attackers from rushing the MCOM. You can see right here I'm going to pick off a guy that I can hardly see off in the distance, and I'm just getting those shots off. The gun shoots like a laser beam. It's incredible. The RPK-12 is similar to this gun, but I don't know, I just like this gun better as this guy walks in front of me while I was trying to shoot the other guy, which is pretty funny. But yeah, like you can see, 2-3 shots, if you get a headshot and the guys are done. There's not much you can do because of the higher caliber round. Even further distances, as right here I'm gonna get a good flank off on these guys and pick the whole room out. I'm gonna have to switch guns. This is where you see that it's important to reload your gun, and you can see why the RPK is pretty shitty when you have a large group of enemies. See, I had to switch to my Magnum to finish off all the guys that are in the room. I would have never had time to reload my RPK by the time they knew I was there. That's why you really have to have a good sidearm for when you're in those close quarters. I was using the Magnum, but the best option would probably be the G18, seeing as it has a high damage output. You're going to be able to deal with those close range targets if you really need to. As I keep trying to peek this guy and defending the MCOM at the same time, you can see that I was still hitting him from quite a distance. Now I'm just sneaking around trying to look for him. He has a Pokeball out. But yeah, we're just about to win this round as they have 4 tickets left. As I pick off a guy in the distance, I hear somebody planning. Take care of him, jump down for the winning disarm and kill. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys like to run the RPK, what you think about it. But if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Let me know in the comments down below which gun you'd like to see featured in the next episode of Barebones Sunday. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, have a good one and take it easy.